Okay guys, welcome back to SPVIDZ. Sorry it's been a little while since I've uploaded. A few of you have been asking where I am, but I am still knocking around, so don't worry. I am on other social platforms, so if you want to check me out on Instagram and Twitter, I kind of post every sort of day on those. Can't do a video every day, obviously, it's a lot of work, but on the social side of things, check me out on Instagram and Twitter. I'll leave links below, and there's all sorts of stuff going on there, like I've been doing a beat every day for the last 4 or 5 days. And just retweeting people's beats and stuff, so it's good for inspiration. So please go and check them out and give me a follow, that'd be really appreciated. Okay guys, in this video today I'm going to talk about chopping, which is one of the sort of core things about sampling. Is you're going to get a sample into your SP or whatever sampler you're using. You're going to want to chop it up and rearrange it to make it sound completely different. So I've got a sample loaded in here. It's a jazzy thing. It's longer than that. It's sort of like the whole round, if you will, the whole progression back to the start again. I've got some drum sounds as well ready. So they're ready to go. So there's nothing holding us back. So what I'm going to do is just basically talk you through how I would approach sort of chopping up a sample. I've chosen a nice easy jazzy one because the jazz ones are really quite straightforward when it comes to chopping. I'm going to talk about the different methods you can use, and yeah, that's it basically. So stick around and we'll take it from there. Let's see what happens. So the first thing that I always tend to do is try and listen for the different chords in the progression. So let's have a listen through and see where we can hear chords, and I'll just point or something like that into the camera so you can see what I'm talking about. So here, there you could hear the different chords in the progression, and they're the bits that I'm going to want to have on each pad, so that then I've got, in a way, my own instrument. I can play those chords from the pads and start rearranging them and coming up with something unique. So let's go start doing that now. So this is the start of the chopping technique. Sorry, the start of the chopping process, where I'm going to be getting that loop and putting it onto all the different pads for me to be able to rearrange. So let's do the first one here now. So I quite like that second sort of strum on the guitar. Okay, so it is off beat in a sample. As you'll notice, the bass note comes in straight after it. So da boom. So we're probably going to want to chop to that bass note, right? Because we don't want that coming in on top of the sample. So start and level. Okay, there we go. We've got a nice smooth start to a sample there. So we've marked that on the original pad. Let's now copy that. It'll take a little time because the sample's quite long at the moment. So there we go, not too bad. Okay, we've got that now, and the first thing I'm going to do is truncate it. So mark, delete. Hold on, I need to remember how to do this. Delete, mark, delete, there we go. So that's truncated it. If you don't know about truncating, I'll put a link to the video I've done already for that. So now we've got to remember to take the mark off the first one. Okay, that's quite a short chop, that, because as you can see, a new chord comes in straight after. So it's probably going to be a little bit better to chop at that third one that we hear. Just using mark again. Okay, so we've got a couple there now. I mean, it's not going to work straight away, the beat, guys, as you can see with that one. I'm trying to play around and start to hear ideas, but nothing's happening yet, but that's alright. We're going to carry on. So let's truncate this again so that we can find a new place to cut it, or to chop it, sorry. Now I like that. Again, it's a bit complicated, that one, so let's copy it across anyway. That could actually work, that could be okay. Okay, so we've got some ideas formulating there, but let's keep going. Truncate this again. There we go, that's a nice one. And it's got a lot of space behind it as well, so that's going to be a good, useful chop, I reckon. Let's copy that over. And as you can see now, guys, so usually I do about 4 or 5 chops, no more than that. Do want to do a disclaimer, I've not chopped this song before yet, so this is just me working straight away. Just I found this loop and I thought, right, let's just start chopping this. So if it doesn't come out as a great beat, it doesn't matter for now, it's just demonstrating the process really. Okay. Okay, as you can see there, I'm starting to play around and I'm starting to get ideas. And this is why putting it across the pads is so good, because you can just keep experimenting with different patterns and see what you come up with. So let's keep going. Let's try and find another chop in this one. There we go. I'm going to take that one at the end there. I like that. So let's copy that. Oh, we've got something there we don't want. Copy. Okay, some little vocals coming in there. Oh, we need to take the mark off that. So see what I'm trying to do? I'm making my own sort of riff. I'm making my own riffs. I'm making my own instrument in a way, because I've got the chords now. So I'm almost in control of the guitar now. That's what we want to do with the chops, right, guys? We want to get them on the pads, rearrange them to make something that sounds completely different to the original track. Okay, I really like that actually. I mean, this can happen straight away. This is just, I've already got an idea for a track and it's working well. And we've got a couple of options we can go from here really. So always keep all your chops, because it's what I've noticed with some of my beats in particular recently, they can start to sound really repetitive if you just lay down one pattern and keep looping it. So you want to create a couple of different loops that maybe start with, they have the same theme about them. So I'll give you a demonstration now. So okay, so that's one loop, but we don't want that for the whole song because the listener's going to get bored. So let's try and add some variety. Okay, so they don't work every time, guys, but as you can see, I'm experimenting around and trying to get different ideas, and that's what we want. So what the options have you got now really is you can put that in your pattern creator, pattern sequencer, that's the word I'm looking for, pattern sequencer. You can stick that in there, start to arrange a track. What I'd usually do from this point now is start exporting these, getting them into the DAW and rearranging the track and doing it that way. So that's your basic chopping, guys. Jazz tracks are really good for practicing on because they're nice and easy. You're not getting much interference from drums and stuff like that. So just try it for yourself, and again, it's personal taste, so if you don't like doing it like this, if you find a little bit of a song that you like, go ahead and do it. Another thing that people may do is instead of taking a whole big portion of the song and then chopping it up, they might go through the song and find the chops and then extract them one by one. They might be at completely different points all over the song, but I like to usually get a loop, chop it up, and then put them across the pads. Another way you can make beats is just by using a loop of a song, which is quite a common thing to do. You don't have to chop all the time. You might just find a segment of a song that you like and you want to loop it. So I'll play the original sample and just drum along and show you what I mean to that as well. Okay, so you can play around with just the loop of a song as well. You don't always have to chop. You can just do a segment, and then if you find that loops nicely, just come back around and keep looping it. And then later on in the song, find another bit of the song that you like that loops nicely to add that bit of variety that we were talking about before. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I think that's a really decent introduction to chopping up a song. As you can see, it's not that difficult. The SP makes the workflow so quick. That's why I like chopping on the SP. It's really good for doing it. I've got other samplers as well, like the SP. I've got the SP obviously. I like the MPC. It's a bit slower. It's a bit more fiddly, but with this, it's so quick to get your samples down. And because you can't see the transients either, it just makes it have that little looser sort of lo-fi feel to it. Because you just have to use your ears, and that's quite nice. I quite like that. But yeah, I mean, this sample's so nice. You could just play around with these all day, really. Great thing is you could go and turn your SP off, go away for 5 minutes, come back, and you start getting completely fresh ideas. So whatever way you want to do it, guys, it's up to you, really. It's all personal taste. I think this is a great method, and it's what a lot of people use, is chopping it up. Make sure you get the chops on the progression of the song, on the chords. But then at the same time, forget all the rules and do whatever you want to do, because that's how you get your unique sound, right? So thanks very much for watching, guys. Thanks to all the new subscribers. If you are a new subscriber, please drop a comment and say hello. If you're not subscribed but you're watching the video, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe. Just ticked over 1,700 subs now, guys, so it'd be great to start pushing towards 2K subs. That would be amazing, and I want to try and do something special if we can get to 2K. Maybe some giveaways, maybe some products or something like that. That'd be really cool. If you've got any ideas for videos, I would love to hear them. I've been struggling a bit coming up with stuff, so recently I've been struggling a bit. So if you just want to post a comment with something you want to see, I'd really appreciate that. Apart from that, I don't really have much more to say at this moment, guys. Just keep making beats and subscribe to me on my channels. And yeah, I'll see you again soon, guys. Take it easy. I'm in the I'm in the I'm in 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 I'm in